So the market right now is calmed down just a little bit. And I think this is actually going to lead us to a nice big week ahead in crypto. Now, this is not a guarantee, this is not financial advice, but there are four specific things that I am watching as we are getting into this week. So first of all, when we're looking at BTC, we're seeing things kind of calm down just a little bit. We're seeing a lot of chop climbing over the last 3 days. That's good. We're fighting some of these daily moving averages. And again, really the big thing that we're trying to get back to is our 20-week moving average. This is the important part. This is our bull market support band like we've talked about. And we're basically trying to climb back after that black swan sell-off that we got. This is something that has happened cycles in the past. It only happens when there are black swans. Excuse me, black swan events. And what tends to happen is following that, when we do breach and close those candles below this 20-week moving average, we tend to have a nice pop out of it like we experienced back here in the middle of July. Now, obviously, there's no guarantee that we're going to go on this massive surge or anything like that. But as BTC tries to climb back, some really great things for the crypto market are in fact happening. One of the big things I'm watching is the DXY. The DXY, the US dollar index, continues to be on the drop. Historically speaking, there is a big inverse correlation between the crypto market and the DXY. And really, we had a big correlation between the two of these on the drop here into the fifth. This normally doesn't happen, and it really had to do with a lot of fear basically everywhere, right? US dollar losing strength, fears of recession, people pulling capital out of the markets. So it was kind of this weird time that we didn't get our normal inverse correlation that we have. Now, here's the thing. Now that things have calmed down, reports are looking fine. DXY starting to drop should mean actually a climb for the price of BTC in the overall crypto market, which we're starting to see. There's probably a little bit of a correlation between the two of these. Now, what we're also seeing is a little bit of a drop off in USDT dominance, meaning that we're starting to see people get a little more confident in the crypto market. So this capital that is in the market currently sitting on the sidelines is actually starting to re-enter the market just a little bit. Now, remember, we're still in this big ascending, broadening channel, which means at some point we're going to have this big drop off. And that's where I think alt season begins. It's when we're going to have a big surge in the crypto market and prices in general. We had a very good opportunity to do this at the end of July, but then we obviously know what happened. We dealt with a lot of fear, a lot of uncertainty. Again, a lot of people pulling capital out of the market, which is why we have this spike all the way back up to the top of this ascending, broadening channel that we've been in, right? So it looks like we're kind of gearing up for this big drop off. Now, I do have to say, I'm watching this BTC Dominance chart. BTC Dominance has been a little bit sticky, and there's a big reason why. When we look at basically from April all the way through now, what hasn't really been there is consumer confidence. Consumer confidence is what creates this big drop off in BTC dominance. When retail gets excited, when you have new people entering the space and flocking to altcoins, it tends to make this massive drop off in terms of BTC dominance, right? We've seen this time and time again, just to kind of show you guys what happened last cycle, what happened the following cycle. There's always this point where we basically go on this massive drop, okay? And this doesn't mean that BTC price is dropping. It just means that a lot of other assets throughout the space are gaining new capital. And we just haven't seen that new big capital surge hit since March. We had kind of a little teaser for it, but that's really what we're waiting for, is this pick back up from retail confidence, this pick back up of people re-entering the space or people entering the space for the first time. So these are the big things to watch as we get into the week. I know right now things are kind of boring. There's not a whole lot happening, but all it takes is the market makers to make a decision and say, hey, you know what? We're gonna send this thing to the upside. We're gonna get back on trend in terms of BTC. We might create some short liquidations. Institutional money may begin buying again. But all these things, they tend to have some sort of connection. These are the things that people need to watch this week. And it looks like we might be set for a good one. So I appreciate you guys as always. As always, this is not a financial advice. This is not a guarantee or anything like that. But have a great weekend. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.